One of the things that I like most about the V60 Drip-Assist is that it can also be used across any of the V60 materials, whether it's plastic, metal, porcelain, glass, even copper. It really works on any device and is going to help you get more consistent and accurate brews at home. Hi guys, my name's Matt Winton. I'm the 2021 World Brewers Cup champion, and I'm here today with Hario to teach you my winning recipe. I want to talk to you a little bit about some options that you have if you don't have a gooseneck kettle or if you want a little bit more consistency in how it's pouring. Along with Hario, my good friend Pete Licata helped to design the V60 Drip-Assist. And this is a device that you place on top of any V60 and it's going to help you be more consistent with your pours. It's got two areas of pouring. The first one in the center, this is going to give you a fast, direct flow straight down the middle of the bed. And then this wider area on the sides, which is a little bit slower and is going to help capture the coffee around the edges of the bed. After we've rinsed our paper filter and put our 20 grams of coffee in, we're going to simply pop this one on top, and you'll notice it fits very snugly in any V60. Porcelain, plastic, metal, it's all good. So we're going to grab our same water, and we're going to do our same recipe. 93-degree water in the center first, and then we just move it to the outside. With this particular recipe, you don't need to be too worried about if it's 60 grams, 61, 62, 63, it's okay. If you go a little bit over or under, it's fine. The coffee will still taste great. Just try and get that last pour as close to 300 as you can. This recipe also works really well if you don't have a gooseneck kettle and don't have that precise control of your flow rate. It's really designed to help you and assist your dripping of all of the V60 brews that you do. So let's get started. We've got our kettle here. We're going to tear it and start our timer. And we're going to do the pouring in the center and then just to the side. So let's get started. So a little bit in the center, and then we're going to simply move out to the side, up to around 60 grams. As you can see, I've also gone a little bit over with my pour. It's not the end of the world. In fact, this first pour, the bloom, is going to be responsible for whether you have more acidity, sweetness, body. It really can shape the way that your brew tastes. So I would also invite you to be a bit more experimental at home. You could start to do bigger or shorter blooms for this very first pour. So we're going to do the same again, in the center and then out to the side. And again, looking up for around 120 mils. The first pours are going to really target the center of that bed, and the second ones are going to be there on the outside to make sure that we're getting all of the coffee there on the outside. If you ever feel the need to lift up and have a look, you can see what's happening underneath. And then you can get a better idea of what this sort of drip is going to be doing to the coffee bed. I can see that it's still running, but then as it starts to drip, I'm simply going to perform my next pour of another 60 grams. So in the center, and then on the outside, up to 180. I really like the Drip Assist because it means that every single time, I'm going to be getting a consistent dripping. The taste profile might be a little bit different from when you're pouring it manually, because this way, we're not going to have such a direct stream of water into the coffee, but instead it's going to be landing on top of the coffee bed and soaking through. This doesn't mean it's better or worse, it's just different. So I would invite you to have a play around with the coffee, the grind size, and the temperature, and have some fun. See if you can get different flavors out of it by using different variables. So next, up to 240. That's fine, 2 grams under, it's all good. I want to talk a little bit about the grind size as well. Just like with the standard 5-pour recipe, with this one, if you notice it's taking a little bit too long, longer than you would like, you can simply go more coarse or more fine in order to get the taste result in the time that you want. If it takes too long to go through, look to make that grind setting a little bit coarser. If it goes really fast, look to instead make that grind setting a little bit finer. And final pour up to 300, as close as we can. In this case, I'm a few grams over, but it's all good. And then this is going to be our final pour, and we simply let it all drain through. Once the water is finished draining from the V60 Drip-Assist, we can simply give it a little swirl around just to make sure that any water trapped around the edges has gone through. It's a little bit there, not too much. And then we have our final brew in around 3 minutes 30. Very similar to our standard 5-pour method. So guys, that is the same 5-pour method with the Hario Drip-Assist.